Hey everyone, Mike Harris, Director of Public Policy for Gun Owners Action League, and I'm here with
Jim Wallace, Executive Director of Goal. Sorry I had to wake up. I was snoozing over here while we were getting ready. It's just so tiring trying to get all this stuff together and get it out to you folks. But
yeah, it's been a lot.
Start us off, Mike.
But yeah, we took a couple weeks off from the channel. There wasn't a lot going on, and we had a lot of stuff going on in the background that we didn't really have the ability to talk about. But
yeah, let's clarify that though. We did not take a couple weeks off.
Oh yeah, we didn't take any time off.
Yeah.
We just
trust me.
Yeah, we we took a little time off from the channel, but we were working on things that we couldn't really talk about, so there wasn't really much to say on the channel. But here we are. We're back a couple weeks later.
There we go.
And we are here with some pretty awesome news.
We're going to hit the fall running.
Yes, big time.
That sounds weird, but fall running. I don't know. We're going to hit the running fall. That'd be me.
Yeah, running fall.
Yeah. So, Mike, tell us the great news, man. I know everybody's been waiting for this.
Yeah, so we have filed an assault weapons ban case with the federal court. It's in the First Circuit, and
don't forget it's assault style.
Yeah, assault style firearms, but everybody colloquially knows it as the assault weapons ban.
Yes. What's assault style?
I don't know.
Is that a specific style that you use when? Okay, never mind.
Yeah, I don't know. It's you'll have to ask the state legislature and see what they were talking about when they came up with it. It's pretty novel. It's a brand new.
Well, if anybody would know anything about assault, it's some of those people.
Anyway,
moving on.
Yeah, I mean this whole bill, I should say, statute is pretty novel to begin with. There's a whole bunch of stuff in here that's never really been tried before, and that's kind of some of the approach to this case. So. We're working with the NRA and our attorney, Jay Porter of Bradley Arendt Bolt Cummings LLP, and Jason Gaida are the attorneys working on this case.
That's a big door to hold all those.
Yeah, no kidding, right? That's a lot of letters on that.
That's a lot of letters.
But Jason Gaida is going to be serving as local counsel, getting those guys admitted. Yeah. We've had an awesome team working on this. It's been pretty fun actually, like going through all this stuff and looking at the corrections and seeing all the different drafts.
That is the Suffolk Law Geek saying that, not me.
Well, hey, this is why we're here. This is the stuff we care about. And this is it's awesome. So. But we have a pretty stacked roster of plaintiffs. In there, we have a retired environmental police captain, 2 surgeons, a retired prosecutor, and Pioneer Valley Arms is the FFL on the case.
Yeah.
So it's pretty cool. So it's going to be tentatively, I think it's Hanlon v. Campbell, but
Yeah, we'll get all the documentation posted as soon as we have it available.
As soon as it's all up.
And we'll have to go. Now, here's the caveat, right? We didn't do this until now, and a lot of people have said, not a lot of people, but you know who they are, the keyboard commandos. Yeah. You should have been on this listen, there were already 2 cases, right? What were the 2 cases, Mike?
Yeah, it was Snope v. Brown and Ocean State Tactical were the 2 big cases that were up for cert in front of the U.S. Supreme Court.
Already up there. And they kind of tried to jump the chain, if you will, to get to the Supreme Court as fast as they could. But we were waiting to see if they were going to take those cases and actually rule, because if it was fixed, why would we spend hundreds of thousands of dollars of your money on a case that would be moot? So that was the delay, because there was already something there. When they decided not to, the day they decided not to, Mike and I and our attorneys got to work.
Yep.
And
it was literally that day.
Yeah. No. We started getting to work right away.
Yeah.
Plaintiffs. Oh, my God. So many people came out as willing.
Yeah, that's another thing we'd like to say. Thank you to everyone who volunteered to be a plaintiff. Even if we didn't choose you to be on the caption there, we appreciate everybody who was willing to stick their neck out and do this. You're the freedom fighters. It's pretty awesome.
Yeah. No, it's very crazy. Cool. But kudos to Mike and the attorneys and everybody else who actually got this together as fast as they did once we realized that Ocean State and Snopes was not going to be heard before the Supreme Court. Now, they're still in their own pipeline
Right.
way down the chain, but we wanted to get in there because ours is actually different, Mike,
Yes.
because it's so expansive. This is brand new nationwide. The old assault weapon stuff is gone. Now it's an assault style.
Yeah, this is the new breed of assault
Right.
weapons ban. We're seeing similar stuff in Colorado, but this one happened to us first before a lot of those guys. So we're the first to challenge this type of a ban, or these restrictions, I guess I should say.
Yeah, even so much as I don't think another state, even crazy California or Illinois, you have to transport a so-called large cap in a locked container.
Yeah, it's bizarre.
So it's really strange. But anyway, this is pretty exciting stuff. Now, again, remember last time we did this after 2016 when Maura Healey changed 18 years of settled law via press conference without actually conferring with anybody, at least anybody that's knowledgeable. And
that happened this time,
we
too.
spent 4 years in court.
Yep.
And back then, the Supreme Court wouldn't hear it back then either. And I know we've had people say, well, you didn't write the case right. Listen, I don't care who wrote the case.
Yeah.
They weren't going to take an assault weapons case, period.
At that time, no.
Hopefully, we will sneak under the crack of the door somehow, and they'll hear the case and rule the way they should rule.
Yeah, I mean, this is another case for us to add to the circuit split.
Yes.
We don't know how. It's always a crapshoot when you file a lawsuit based upon how good it is, who you get for a judge, where you are. But the First Circuit is the First Circuit. We know kind of where we stand with a lot of this stuff. But at the same time, this could go our way. It could be. You
never know.
It could be a win, but even if it's not, it's another case to add to the circuit split that will kind of help push the Supreme Court into taking a position on this in the first place.
Because one thing we've seen recently, it's not happening a lot, but the other side in their friendly judges are getting kind of tricky in that they will rule in favor of something they don't want on the local level, so you can't appeal it all the way up the chain.
Right.
So who knows? Who knows?
And that's kind of where we've existed for a while. We're seeing that with Jason. Again, Attorney Jason Guida has another case out of South Boston.
Yeah.
That's dealing with what is it?
Delays.
With the licensing delays.
Yeah.
And the wording of that case was bizarre. Everybody knows about the 40-day clock that starts once you apply for your license, and in Boston there's a significant delay going back to like the fall of last year, which is almost a year at this point.
Yeah.
And the judge said, "Oh, since there's no penalty and there's no teeth in this time clock, it doesn't really exist, and we're going to disregard it." That's basically what it said.
I mean, pretty much he said it's like a yield sign. It's more of a suggestion than actual law.
Yeah.
Although the yield sign is what got Kyle in prison. So
Poor Kyle. Yeah, I mean, so I don't know if you want to get into some of the details in this. We can talk about it. It's a pretty interesting complaint. I like it. It's pretty brief. It's like 26 pages. I'd like to
pretty
read.
brief. It's only 26 pages.
It's not. I mean,
oh yeah.
There's not a. It's the theories
Mike,
of
the
it.
Ten Commandments were 2 tablets. That's all they needed. But I think we'll probably get into the details as we get further up the chain in this, because as anybody knows, there's filing and then there's counter filing, and and we will try to keep up with that. If you go to Goal's legal page, goal.org/legal, we've tried to catch up on. What are we involved in now? A dozen cases?
At least a dozen.
Between state and federal. So
this will add 2 more.
We've tried to put all the court documents for the legal geeks out there, and there's a lot of you, and I find it pretty interesting. I will say, though, one thing that the attorney that was working for the NRA was so anxious to file things and make billable hours.
Yeah.
The judge actually said in writing, "We are not pen pals." Stop sending me letters every day. So anyway, we'll try to keep up with the documents, and basically what you'll see is they are downloadable documents.
Yes,
PDFs. So you download them, you can read them, whatever whatever you want to do with them.
Yeah, I'll make sure the link is down below. And I just want to correct one thing I said earlier. I said, this is going to be in the First Circuit, but yes, messages in the First Circuit, but we're filing this in the Eastern District of the Massachusetts Federal Court, Federal Court in the Eastern District of Massachusetts. So
yes, and the National Rifle Association (NRA) has joined us.
They have
in this effort. So that's pretty cool. It was their help that at least got us into court last time. So this time we're taking the lead, and they're helping out when they can. As you know, they are. It's so cool now to watch what's happening with court battles across the country.
Yeah.
All these groups are coming together and really working together. I mean, how many cases do you see now nationwide where they list NRA, GOA,
FPC.
SAF, FPC? They're all working together
really
now.
Cool.
And it is pretty awesome. And a lot of that, I got to give credit, is Joe Greenlee at the NRA.
Yeah, he's awesome.
He has really worked hard to get everybody together. And
he came from FPC, right?
I believe so.
Yeah.
I believe he
came
from
FPC, and he's he hit the ground running over it.
Yeah, he has.
But,
he has.
But it's another thing. Another thing I always like to mention is the Second Amendment jurisprudence, as it exists today, is only really like 22 years old.
And that's barely.
Yeah.
Really, I mean
McDonald was 03.
Heller was...
Was Heller before McDonald? I always do that. I always flip those two in my head for some reason.
Yeah.
Yeah, Heller was 03 and then McDonald.
Yep.
And then...
and I specifically remember Heller, like Bruin. Yeah. When Heller happened, all of our folks said, "It's over. We won." No, not even close. And then McDonald, and then... we had Catano and Bruin, and it's like everybody's like, "We win, we won again." Maybe not. Okay, so their goal is to outfund us. They're using your money to fight against your rights, and then we have to ask you to give us money.
Yep.
So they're your court battles. I mean, obviously, Mike and I on the staff are part of the 2A community. But we consider these to be your court battles. It's not goals, it's yours. So we will do everything we can, use the best people we can. And don't worry about if the filing didn't say this or didn't say that. I mean, there's always people out there that are going to nitpick. But listen, it's the subject matter that's the issue. If the court doesn't even want to hear the subject matter, doesn't matter how well you write the pleadings. It doesn't matter if you include X, Y, and Z or whatever. But these are professionals. Now, remember, Jay Porter was on the ground level of Bruin. He was one of the attorneys that got Bruin going in New York. So, these aren't just fly-by-night attorneys we're using. It's not Mike's cousin's divorce lawyer, I hope I didn't just jinx somebody, but but these are very nationally renowned professional people that are writing these
guys that focus directly on the Second Amendment in these types of cases that specialize in this stuff. It's they're if you look at the pleading and it doesn't say something that you wanted it to say, there's a reason why they didn't do it. They know these judges, they know how the system works and how these things are accepted and how to get their points in when they need to. So, there's a reality to things, even if they're, even if it's unpleasant sometimes.
Boy, can it be unpleasant. Yeah. Once you go to court, you have no idea what's going to happen. And that's, I will say, and I know that's going to make a few people mad, that's why we absolutely hate pro se cases.
Yeah.
People on their own, without a qualified attorney, without going through national groups, that file their own cases and eventually lose, and then we have
set bad
precedents. And it's horrible because they never win.
Bad cases make bad precedent.
Yep.
It's irresponsible.
It's terrible because now you've affected everybody, not just yourself. So, but anyway, folks, we are very happy the support that we're getting. Know that all the money that we have been collecting now for a year is sitting in a fund, and we are not wasting it. It's basically being used just for this issue because we have, like I said, like 12 cases. And I wish we could do more because there's other parts of 135 we aren't even touching yet. I mean, essentially, there's a semi-auto ban for the most part for FID card holders.
FID card holders, yeah.
And a semi-auto ban for non-residents for the most part. It's kind of interesting how they picked on hunters for that one. But who knows?
Make sure they got a little dig at everyone.
Yeah, no, they didn't leave anybody out. Like I said before, from reenactors, to assault weapons, it's all there. And just recently, we put out another warning about the black powder ammunition, which people weren't aware of. But the state is just kind of going, well, we don't really care. Well, okay. But you took the exemption out, and now you're putting people at risk. So anyway, folks, we could go on and on and on, and we will.
And you'll hear way more about this.
So anyway, just thanks to the attorneys for getting this going, Mike for coordinating all of this stuff, for helping vetting the plaintiffs. And, dude, let's rock and roll. This is going to be cool.
It's going to be a good one. Yep. Thanks, everyone.
Thanks.
Bye.